What's up guys, Tristan here, and today what I want to do is show you guys my strategy for doing the Perfected Siva offerings for the Archon Forge. Now, this is a fairly difficult thing to do, but we did find a little bit of a strategy that we kind of wanted to do that we used to do during Court of Oryx, back in the day when we just wanted to grind for hours and hours and hours on end. And what we ended up doing was we found a guy that was in our same instance during a single Court of Oryx, or a single Archon's Forge, I guess, instance, and he was kind enough to invite one of our friends from our fire team over into his fire team before he left and headed back to the tower. So this actually gave us the ability to have 6 people in our fire team that we could coordinate with to be able to do these events. And because we're pretty much not exactly the best light level to be doing these right now, because the DLC's only been out for maybe a day, this makes it a lot easier for us to try and do these higher tier offerings and be able to get better gear. So I just kind of wanted to show you guys what it's like to be in here. You can kind of see that even though there's 6 of us, there's a lot of stuff to shoot, and a lot of these servitors, they've actually kind of been buffed since Bungie's put this out, and it usually can take a Gallahorn to take down one of the small ones, and maybe 2 or 3 Gallahorns to take out any of the yellow bars. So having 2 or 3 people being able to team shot is very important, as well as we've tried to do these before in the past with 3 people, and we realized that it wasn't going to happen. We did get fairly close one time, and we did manage to get the final boss out onto the playing field, but it's not something that you can do very easily without having 6 people because of the amount of health that they have and the fact that you're not really at optimal light level. So in this, we had a small amount of strategy that we used. We kind of figured out that during these Archon Forge instances, or during these missions that you do, there are going to be these different little Siva flowers popping up all around the map. And in fact, you can see me shooting one right here. And we also figured out that there's going to be one that spawns on top of one of these big circular domes here. And if you kill that, it actually spawns these 3 axes over here on top of this this portal, or this little elevator in the floor. So our strategy was to wait until the center dome was ready, and then we'll take these axes over and have somebody tether at the exact same time. And our fire team was made out of majorly hunters, and we were able to use things like Celestial Nighthawk. We were able to use tethers pretty much constantly, and we were able to go through most of the bosses. It was a little bit of a stretch sometimes, and you can kind of see here that they can really mess you up, but you're just not able to do a lot of damage by yourself. So what I recommend is going into a game, finding somebody that is not in your fire team that's also in the same instance, and then having them invite some of your other friends. When we did this, we had 6 people. All of them were above 350, and I believe only one of them was 360. So it's really difficult to go in here by yourself or as like a 3-person fire team. But if you can get that extra random, you can get a 6-man fire team. So very good, and it'll help you a lot. So we found out there is a couple good things that it does drop. We were getting about 355 drops, 357s. I did get a 359 cloak, but you can see him here. We got a fusion rifle. It says it's got a couple of decent perks on it. We also managed to get the sniper rifle, which I know a lot of people have been saying that they've been wondering where people are getting. And we got these arms and the chest. So everything here is pretty decently leveled for our light. I'd say that, you know, I'd use a couple of these in Crucible at least. I know I used the sniper the other day and it was pretty decent. But there are a couple different bosses that do spawn when you do this. As you know, they are kind of geared towards one of the fallen races, either dregs, servitors, or like vandals or captains. But we ended up getting, out of the 3 or 4 that we did, we got the pilot servitor twice, which you're going to see a clip of right here. And we also ended up getting the dreg. And I'm going to leave part of the dreg fight up here on the screen at the very end, because he is a massive damage sponge. I mean, like, we were using, I think we ended up using 6 of these axes, because you can spawn them continuously during the fight depending on how many of these flowers you kill. And he just took, I think, all 6 of them all the way to the very end for us to be able to kill him. So it was actually really interesting, really fun. And if you guys do go out and do this, make sure that you try and get this fire team to get passed off to somebody else before you leave, because this did take us about an hour and a half to be able to get 6 people into one instance. So anyways, that's how we did it. It was pretty fun, pretty easy once we got into the swing of things, and I hope it can help you guys in the future. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.
This should help.